Okay, everybody, we're back. I'll give everyone a few minutes to get back in my closet. Let me tag a few friends. I just don't understand what is going on. Hey, Darnisha. Hey, Faye, how are you? Okay, so we're going to try this again. I want you to, y'all know, tag. Hey, Winnie. And we're trying to get our guest on here. And if he can click on, then we will definitely have an on and popping show. I see all of my queens. Boy, I tell you what, you guys are so loyal. I appreciate that. I hope you've had a wonderful week since last week. Make sure to tag all of your friends, all your other queens. Hey, darling. See Winnie all the way from Atlanta. Just going to wait a few minutes. This is so crazy. And just think, week after week, we get in here flawlessly. Hey, Charlie. How you doing? Girl, I'm really going to need this 24 karat age reducer because this is aging me. Hey, Queen Thompson, how are you? This is crazy. This is so crazy. So let's see. I'm trying to, okay, let's see. I just re-invited our guests so we can get on with it. Wow. You guys look beautiful as usual. So let's see. We are talking tonight about cigar culture as soon as our guest is able to get on here. Darlene, my sound is still good, right? Okay, excellent. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's see. I sent him the invite and I'm waiting. Queens, if you are in here, I just need you to drop a heart, drop a wave, and let me know you guys are active. Oh, awesome. Okay, here we go, ladies, ladies, ladies. Approved. All right. All right. We are getting ready to have a very, very interesting dialogue. So, as usual, you know, every week I do research. I want to bring the best I can to my closet, to my ladies, you know, so you guys know exactly how to move. Hey, Rich, how you doing? Rich?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. Thank you. Thank you for being on. I'm sorry we had so much trouble. I don't know why, because I've never had this much trouble getting in the closet. Are you able to hear me fine, Rich?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. So, our conversation, ladies, you know, 2 weeks ago we talked about the cougar craze, older women, younger men. What's driving that? And last week we talked about difficulties in dating when you're a boss chick. Turn your camera back. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, and so this week I did research and I found a list of places to meet high value men. Now, the term high value man became popular with the late Kevin Samuels. And ever since then, women, especially women of color, have been particularly intrigued about the idea of, you know, where do you go? Now, I want to stress something, ladies. High value women and queens don't chase men. We attract certain men. But you cannot attract a certain kind of man if you're not where he's at. So with that in mind, I took it upon myself to kind of research and see. And I just kept running across these articles. There's so much trending about where to position yourself to meet men of a certain caliber. Now, I want to stress personally, what most women seem to define as a high value man. I want you guys to really, really search your mind, search your heart, and see. The thing you should be leading with is his character. Because I don't care what a man has. If his character is raggedy, you're not working with much. You are wasting your time. So where do we find men that are obviously have a certain level of success, or at least some success? And let me tell you something. If you partner with the right man, ladies, you can attribute to success. It should be about being a team, not just what he's doing. You want to come in and you want to level up to a certain point. You know, it's good to have your own, to bring something to the table, to be able to contribute, to be a support. Because what happens if your high value man gets hurt? Then what we gonna do? That's a mess, y'all. So we're more or less looking to position ourselves so you can find a great team player. One of the places that was very prevalent was the cigar lounge. I saw that on several lists. Cigar lounges, cigar culture. Until as very recent, I had no idea cigar culture was very big. I talked to my friends and we didn't know. And so with that in mind, I've brought someone on, a very accomplished man who is very big in the cigar world. He has his own line of cigars. He does everything cigars. So without any further ado, I'm going to allow Mr. Papillion to talk and to give us some insight on everything cigars. So you just take it from here. Tell us about your cigar line. Tell us about how you got started. I just want you to talk to us. I'm going to be quiet. And welcome to my closet, you busy, busy man, you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. Welcome everybody to Jennifer's Closet. And just to give you some insight, I actually own my own cigar brand, Sticks and Stone Cigar Lounge. Sticks and Stone Cigars. I've been on it for almost about 7 years now. We have about 7 blends in our group of cigars. We are in many different locations across the United States. And I've been in the cigar culture since I was 23 years old. I've saw a variety of different pathways that the cigar culture has actually changed throughout the years, from just being a few Black folks inside of a cigar lounge to now pretty much Black folks are actually making their own staple cigar lounges, and pretty much has got to the point where they're taking over the cigar lounges, cigar events. There are a ton of cigar weeks that are Black owned, and there are a ton of cigar brands that are Black owned. So when we look at that, we have to look at it as if we have finally arrived and we are thriving in this industry.
Got it. Okay. So with that in mind, you own the Texas Cigar Festival. Last year was
Texas
Austin.
Cigar Week.
Texas Cigar Week.
Yeah, Texas Cigar Week.
Correct me. We want to say it right. And so last year it was in Austin. Fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
The year before that it was in Houston. And in 2023,
yes, and now it's going.
It was fabulous too, from what I hear. And 2023 it's going to be in Dallas, Texas.
Yes, it's going to be in Dallas, Texas this year. This coming up and coming year. We're looking. Excuse me. We're looking forward to it. We have a lot of great things in store for a lot of the folks that want to be in attendance. And the biggest part of Cigar Festival is that most people don't understand that you don't have to smoke cigars to attend.
That's right.
It's not just the cigar culture that we attract. We attract folks that actually like good cocktails, concerts, and actually gathering with a lot of different folks to really meet and greet a lot of different people. It brings a lot of different people together. Throughout my years, I've saw a lot of people end up getting married, meeting their mate, going into business with different folks. So it's a lot of different generations of energy that the cigar culture brings these days.
That is awesome. Awesome. So not only do you have your cigars and the cigar week, but people, he got merch. So,
yes, I do. I do have Texas Cigar Week apparel. I also got Sticks and Stones apparel, and I do a lot of collaborations with a variety of different groups. I got a collaboration that's going to be going on in 2 weeks in Dallas. It's with a group from Chicago. So we actually collaborate with a lot of different people. We got a collaboration that's going to be coming up with Warwick, with Rob and Steve and Kurt at Warwick, the old Houston's off of Westheimer.
in Houston, Texas, because we got queens from around the
Yes.
nation who are in the closet, so they are not all
Yes.
familiar with what Warwick's is. So now that we have
Yes.
presented you appropriately, now we're gonna get to why we brought you into my closet. We want to talk
Let's go.
about um, cigars, cigar lounges, and the propensity. Where are you going, Mr. Papillon? Come back.
Hold on.
Wow. We've
It's getting dark, so I'm trying to put my light on so that people are actually properly see.
oh, there you go. Okay.
Excuse me, guys. Forgive me. There we go.
All right. One thing about the closet, we very real in the closet, so you can move around. You can do
Well,
that.
I saw your light getting a lot of. I saw your light getting a lot
See, I got,
lighter, so I
I
wanted to
got,
make sure.
see, I got ring lights. I got me a whole studio in my closet, so it's all right though. You looking
I can
good.
only imagine.
You
I can only imagine.
you looking good. So now that you are back, you ready? You ready to tell us
Hmm.
what we want to know? Okay, we brought you in here because we need to know the mystery of the cigar lounge. When a woman goes to a cigar lounge, how does she properly? Why are you laughing about going to? I mean,
I'm just listening. I'm just listening.
first of all, I think you need to educate us because just like nightclubs, from what I see and understand, there are different levels of cigar clubs. So I don't want the women to just ride down the street and say, "Oh my God, cigar lounge, let us roll in that girl next week." You got to know what kind of cigar lounge to go to. So speak on that for us. Let us know where we need to go across the nation. What are you
Well,
looking for?
okay. Well, if a woman actually goes into a cigar lounge, she do have to know what she's looking for. Is she looking for a diverse crowd? She's looking for a black crowd. She's looking for a white crowd. And is she looking for a cigar lounge that actually provide a lot of music? Are you looking for a traditional cigar lounge, which is actually like a Stogies off a Westheimer, or a Monte Cristos, or a Blend Bar in the Woodlands? Are you looking for something like a Sweet Lips? Are you looking for a Emmett? Would actually have music on the weekend, but on a normal basis, they're traditional cigar lounge or like a Cleopatra that's in Richmond. So there are a variety of different cigar lounges that actually a woman can target, like Four Gents out there off of in Humble right there, where they have live music on the weekend. They have karaoke. They have a theme every day of the week. So it really just depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for that's more, like I say, if you're looking for somebody looking for a particular cigar lounge that's predominantly black, that plays a factor in what you're looking for. So I know they have women that target a variety of different cigar lounges are looking to target a lot of different cigar lounges based on what they're looking for.
Well, they want to know where the high value men gonna be. What kind of cigar lounge are they in? You know, tell us about
It
all of
really
it.
just depends.
The hot boys,
It
where the
really
hot
just
boys
depends on
at?
what you're looking.
And everybody's looking for a different thing.
The hot
You
boys.
looking for a hot boy hustler? You looking for a
uh,
professional man?
it really.
What did we when you walk through the door? What says this is a cigar lounge with a high value man? What says this the hustlers and the players? What says this is the pastors in here? Because pastors be it's going down in the cigar lounge. How do we know?
Uh, well, it really just depends. It really just depends on what are you looking for. I mean, you're looking for a professional guy. You're looking for your average guy because women like a variety of different things. It it really what y'all should be looking for, from my standpoint, is a perfect mate. Somebody can really make your life easier, make your life great, and actually make you feel comfortable. That's the biggest aspects of it. When it comes to different cigar lounges, it's all about what's your preference or what you feel comfortable with. That means go buy some cigar lounges, check them out, see if you're comfortable, see if it's something, that makes you feel normal. I mean, a lot of times if you're an attractive woman or a woman in any facet, they're gonna have men that's gonna be like, hey, you want to try a cigar? They're gonna get you to try the cigar. If you don't, then they'll have a very intelligent conversation with you. That's the biggest aspect of it when you when you're talking about going into a cigar lounge. I would never recommend a woman go into a cigar lounge to find a mate. I would actually tell them to go in and just to enjoy themselves, and a mate would actually naturally come to you because there's a woman and a man for everybody. So when it comes down to it, you have to put yourself in a comfortable state to be open, be like, oh, don't worry about the smoke, don't worry about this, don't worry about my hair. Not that I got much on my head, but I'm just saying, don't worry about all that stuff. Just really go in and be very open, and you really find some good people to actually have great communication with.
So one thing that I caught that you said is that if we just go there, the ladies just go, they will find a mate. That sounded so promising when you said. I'm sure when we get off, they're gonna all get in their car and go to the nearest cigar lounge. Now,
Well, the biggest part of it is that
who
whenever they
knew?
go, just they actually make sure. Well, think about it like this. Most men that smoke cigars, I've been smoking cigars on a regular basis since I was 23 years old. What I've learned when I was younger and I was in college, I was told that if I want to go in oil and gas, there's two components that have to play a factor.
Okay.
For a lot of corporate guys in oil and gas, what we find out is that cigars, whiskey are the two main components.
Mm-hmm.
It makes people feel comfortable. It brings out the relaxation in people when you're having a conversation with people from a business level. The thing about it is, from a woman's standpoint, when we're younger, or when, think about it. Everybody wants to go to the club. They would hope they'll find a man or find a woman in a club.
Okay.
And in the instance, now you look at it, a lot of women are realizing that, hey, there's a lot of intelligent gentlemen in cigar lounges. Cigar lounges actually generates a lot of corporate guys, a lot of guys that are
Now we're
entrepreneurs.
getting somewhere.
So when you look at the two aspects, you got to think about it. Hey, there might be somebody there for me. That means if every other area of concentration that you have looked at didn't generate somebody that you like, this might be your best option.
To be in the cigar lounge.
Yep, to be in the cigar lounge and meet and greet with great people. Because that's the thing about it. I've met some great people in the cigar lounges over my time. I mean, meeting from rappers to CEOs to meeting doctors, lawyers, engineers, every aspect of life. And, famous people are people that they call famous. I mean, I've sat down with, before R. Kelly got in all this trouble, I sat down with R. Kelly.
Oh.
Uh, 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 I've sat down with Hewley, because he goes to Stogies all the time. So if you look out there, there's a lot of different celebrities that smoke cigars now. If you look at most of your movies now, there's always one guy that smokes cigars, and he tends to be the boss.
The
So
mob.
look at
The
every aspect
mafia.
of that. No, regular, just
Okay.
just common movies. Excuse me. The typical businessman that leaves that show tends to smoke cigars. So when you look at that, that's kind of giving you a pathway to let you know that, hey, when there's a Goodfellas crew that gets together, a group of guys, even pastors, a lot of times I see a lot of pastors congregate at a lot of these upscale cigar lounges, and they're having a great time and really getting a chance to communicate. And I've sat with a lot of them because I have a lot of different memberships around the city. So that means
So
that's on the private side. So you might not see them on the general public side. A lot of them will be on the private side.
so they got VIP, so you can get saved in the cigar lounge in more ways than one.
Uh, you know,
I mean,
there's a lot of these cigar lounges. They have private sides that actually are 24 hours. Some are
24 hours
open late.
in the cigar
Yeah,
lounge.
24 hours. Yep, in the cigar lounge. There are 24-hour
Oh.
cigar lounges. Um,
So wait, I got
and then
wait. I have a question. I have to stop you. So
Mhm,
now, people who know me, know at one time in
mhm,
life I was a promoter. And so,
mhm.
I tend to relate things to club life. And I'm hearing some parallels. So I know at certain clubs, certain establishments, you can't get certain liquor. Some people just have top shelf liquor. Some people have medium grade. Some have, I don't know, I think it's well brand. So
Yeah, well,
you can
yeah,
kind
well,
of
liquor.
grade the club by the liquor that they have, and that tends to showcase who their crowd is. So
Not
is it sticky?
necessarily.
So
Not
wait,
not
let
necessarily.
me finish, Mr. Papillon, please, please. What I want to know is,
Excuse me.
you excuse. There are different cigar levels, right? Different cigar brands. So do all the can we went to a cigar lounge and we went in I think it's called what, a humidor, kind of keeps them crisp, the little refrigerator thing, whatever that is. You go in there, and based on
The
the
humidor.
cigar brands, you can tell if you're in the right place before you walk around the whole lounge. You can just go in there and see, are we in the right place? I mean, they got Black and Miles, y'all. We not. That's not. I'll tell you now. But I don't know. Do they have Black and Miles in the cigar lounge?
No.
I didn't think
You
so.
know, the thing about cigar lounges, no, you won't have a Black and Mild. You won't have a cigar that's like something they would actually associate with weed in most cases.
Okay.
The thing about it is that I see Jacqueline says she don't like to smoke. You know, Jacqueline, I'm gonna just tell you like this. Look beyond the smoke. If the cigar lounge is very filtered right and they have the right filtration in there, then the cigar smoke is not going to really affect you. Just think of it like this. Um, you might find somebody that's really can become important in your life. You might find somebody that can actually that can elevate your life in every facet. The thing about it is that cigars are nothing like cigarettes. I just want to make that clear. When people think about cigars, they be like, "Oh, is it like cigarettes?" I get that question all the time. No, they're totally different. Cigars are 100% from the ground, ground up. This is, is raised fresh, raised tobacco. Cigarettes is actually induced with chemicals into the filters,
Okay.
which brings a horrible smell, horrible smell that can cause massive harm. Not to say cigars can't, but at the same time, most men that smoke cigars are more business-like men because it's just part of the business world. It tends to relax the setting if you want to bring a client in and really want to get them to be comfortable with what they're doing and what you're doing. So when it comes to women and getting involved, there are a lot more women. Some days there are more women in the cigar lounge than there are men because women have gotten to the point where they've learned that if they want to find a great mate or a mate that's very professional, they have a higher percentage of chance of finding him in a cigar lounge versus finding him in a club or any other facet when it comes to a gathering of people. So now, cigar lounges when you talk about cigar lounges being based off of uh, upscale cigars or low scale. The thing about cigars are just like wine. You can have a cheap bottle of wine that can be great. You can have an expensive bottle of wine be horrible. So that's not the necessary thing. Cigars are very similar to wine. You could have a cigar that costs you about $5 or $6 at one place, and at another place it could be $14. So you got to be really careful of really judging by that. Just go and intervene with a lot of different folks and see if their conversation matches your conversation or likeness of what you're looking for in life. You'll be amazed that they got a lot of guys in there that can really bring some added enjoyment to your life when it comes to these
I
guys, because
tell you what.
most of them are going to tell them.
You have sold. These queens as we get off here and share. I'm telling you, you single-handedly have probably tripled the capacity of the cigar lounge. Everybody is. I'm gonna find me an outfit and get in. Get in. Okay, so now.
Do not go, ladies. Do not go find your outfit. Just look. Come as you are. That's the thing about the cigar world. Come as you are. The cigar world is very relaxed. You'd be amazed that most of these people are down to earth. They're great people, and you would look at it and like, wow, I would never think I would see this kind of circle at a cigar lounge.
Well,
So
now.
you have to.
God.
Yeah, now, well, no, even back in the day, because at the end of the day, that's one thing about it. Most cigar lounges doesn't see color. I know a lot of people might think they do, but a lot of them don't see color.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, yeah, so
So
you have to look at it like that.
t-
You have to look at it like, hey, I go in there not looking at color. I'm just going there to see great and strong and creative minded people.
you make the men in the cigar lounge, honey, you make them sound like who knew? They're all over there. No wonder when people say they can't find a good man, y'all, that's they in the cigar lounge. We didn't know where to
Well,
go. Thanks to
this is
you.
a new area. Yeah, think about it. This is a new era. The cigar lounges actually expanded when it comes to diversity. So they got a lot of nice black young gentlemen in the cigar lounges that are just available. I mean, they have a lot of men that are single, and you have to look at it like this, that there's an opportunity for some really nice queens to really find great men that can actually fulfill their life.
Wow. Well, you got us convinced on here now. What we know that we can go shopping, if you will, in the cigar lounge. If you're gonna meet somebody great, there's someone
She
to
say
take you.
shopping.
Well, honey, the way you laid it out is like it's like a boutique. Like just go and find your size and the color you want and put it on.
Well,
What I want to know from you is,
mhm.
because you've been frequenting the cigar lounge, careful of what behaviors should you be leery of
Hmm.
in the cigar lounge? What you want to stay
You know,
away from?
women can be, to be honest with y'all ladies, um, and if there are any men on this call besides me, what they can tell you is that women are free to be themselves.
What do you
Do
mean
not be
free? Because
afraid.
see, some women are
Well,
loud.
don't
Some
be.
women are, what
Yeah, I know.
they too free.
And it just depends on
Define free.
what lounge you're in. It depends on what the lounge you're in. Never be afraid to be vocal if you want to be vocal. That might attract certain men. Some men like women that are very vocal. Some men like women that tend to observe more. So it's all about what meshed together.
They want
Yeah,
high
I've saw
value
I've
men,
rather
Rich. High value men.
yeah,
So
I understand that.
what should they be doing to get the high value man? That's what we talk. They're trying to
Well,
attract the good
if they
man,
want
the
to hire,
right man.
you know, the funny thing about that, and I'm glad, like Penny said, be yourself, go on to the cigar lounge, you know, observe a lot of different things going on. Fit into the conversations that might make you feel comfortable. That's the biggest part of it. Get into a situation where you feel comfortable and it makes you feel like you want to be part of that conversation. There's so many different conversations that go on in cigar lounges that you would be amazed at, from politics to financial to sports to everyday life, TMZ, a variety of different things. So you'll be amazed that just because they're talking about different things doesn't mean they're not the perfect match for you. You have to determine that once you have a conversation with that gentleman and make sure that you actually find somebody that can really make you feel comfortable in your setting.
One thing that I found from the list, um, is that a lot of places listed on the list in terms of places that are good locations to position yourself to meet a quality man. A lot of them directly connected with the cigar lounge. For instance, they said you should maybe frequent high-end golf clubs. Well, I know
Golf
most
clubs are
men
good.
who smoke cigars, they play golf. A lot of
Hmm.
golfers smoke cigars. A lot of cigar aficionados, they play golf. So those link up, and they travel because they mentioned being at the VIP lounges in the airport.
The funny thing about that is that a lot of men that smoke cigars do play golf.
Okay.
I've been playing golf since I was 16 years old. So the thing about it is that, but that goes back to what I said before, is that a lot of these guys are businessmen in any facet, from corporate to entrepreneur to athlete to a rather different folks that actually fits within that criteria. The thing about it is that as long as you understand what your objective is and trying to learn about the culture, a lot of men like that a woman wants to learn about the cigar culture, not
Okay.
just coming in and looking for, never look desperate and coming in looking for a man.
Oh,
You have to come in and try to find out, try to find out as much as you can about the culture,
wow.
feel comfortable, feel like you could be part of the conversation in every aspect.
So when you say learn about it, they should learn about the different blends, the different leaves, where the different leaves come from. They don't all come
No,
from
I would say
Cuba. Be able to talk the talk.
no, no,
No.
no. Don't say Cuba in
I
the
said
United
they don't
States.
all come from Cuba. You can't bring them here. But
That's
that, a
true.
lot of people think about
But
Cuban cigars, so they got to research, right? That's what you said. I'm trying to
well,
follow you.
the thing about it is never tell somebody, oh, my favorite cigar is a Cuban cigar.
Uh-oh.
You can't get Cuban cigars in the United States
Lies and
unless you have a
scandal.
special, unless you have a special connection. That's a very few. I have a guy that I can get Cubans from, and other people can too. But at the same time,
You got all
sit
the
there and
special
try to.
connections, Rich. You got the special connections on the
I've been in
cigars.
this industry
You
for a
got the
long.
special connections on the man. Man, you taking over my
The, the,
market.
the, the, the thing about it is, look, most women don't understand is that coming in with an open mind, learn as much as you can about the gentleman. The gentleman would actually tell you about cigars because he's gonna probably want to try to get you to smoke one. That means he will want you to. That means that he's tend to be more comfortable with you, and he wants you to invite you in his world. That means he inviting you in his world, then he could be inviting you into his life over the long haul.
All right. You didn't.
Penny, Penny says it right. Penny says it right. Stop looking. He will come to you. I totally, Penny, I 100% totally agree.
I agree with you,
But
Penny.
like
Queen
I
Penny.
said,
Hey.
but uh, but when it comes to the cigar industry, that is an excellent industry of folks that actually you might want to look at. If you've never looked into that area of concentration, this is a extra. This is a area where you should look into and really check out. You'll see the difference between the men because the men are a lot more mature, they're a lot more respectful, and they're a lot more receptive into how you look at life.
Got it. Well, I tell you what, I appreciate you being my special guest. Oh,
Hmm.
wait. Now, I do want to assure Queen Penny, Penny, I've never seen your name in the closet. So here in the closet, we just present a perspective. We do not advocate chasing, but we do advocate strategic placement because we know it can work. So, because
Hmm.
in the cigar lounge, you don't just meet high value men, but I know there are a lot of professional women who are in the cigar lounges. I
That's
know,
right.
yeah, some
Very
women
true.
have their own blends and lines, and some of them own cigar lounges, correct?
Yeah, that's right. Yes. And that's the funny thing about it. No, they have a lot of different women that actually own their own cigar brand. They own cigar accessories. They're heavily involved in the cigar world when it comes to promoting. I've been promoting for almost about 12 years now. And what I've learned is that a lot of women have taken on that task of being promoters. So, like I said, you can actually align yourself with a lot of women that smoke cigars that can actually point you into the right direction. Women tend to help women that when they first come in, they're very receptive to y'all guys when y'all first come in. So, you have to look at it from that avenue is that, hey, there's so many different ways to align yourself with people that smoke cigars, from men and women, because there's a lot of different folks that are very intelligent into this industry. It's either say, I introduced my husband, cigars, great.
Yes.
Vanessa said there are classes for ladies that would like to know more. Actually, they have an event coming up for just women
Where?
that actually is gonna that's gonna talk about cigar classes. Vanessa, I think you had that link to Felicia. She have an event coming up. Yes, Jacqueline. They're cigar promoters that are women. So, like I said, Felicia has to have an event coming up pretty soon in August, where it's just going to be a women session, just with women talking about cigars and gathering about cigars and understanding the culture of the cigar life.
Wow. And so we're going to be wrapping up soon. But one thing that I do want to actually highlight too for the women is that, there are a lot of African American men now who have their own cigar lounge. They have cigar
Hmm.
brands. But on top of that,
Hmm.
could you speak quickly maybe about the different whiskeys that we're now as a people promoting our own cognacs and whiskeys, which complement cigars. Am I correct?
Yeah, there are a lot of different whiskeys and vodkas and tequilas that are coming out um, every day that actually are paired with cigars and wine that are paired with cigars. From strange fruit, that's actually a wine. You have Class A vodka, that's a vodka that actually is paired. You have quite a few. I've met a gentleman in New York that actually has another vodka that actually is paired great with cigars. So the thing about it is, there's so many different avenues for you to meet great people that you might want to align yourself with that might become a great mate or become a good friend or a companion in any type of fashion. So just be open. Don't worry about the smoke. Don't worry about the
Jackie's
small
worried
stuff.
about the smoke.
Because yeah, I know. I saw Jackie said, "Hey, about the
You
smoke."
gotta wear Walmart
Like I
glasses.
said, I like that. I like that Penny is very open to what what is the reality. Men that tend to smoke cigars, um, they tend to be, like I say, I'm not saying everybody's perfect, but they tend to be a little bit more open, a lot more intelligent when it comes to that circle because it's a lot of corporate and business type men. Vanessa said there is a wine that is stored in whiskey barrels and is served. Yes, I've had that wine. Excellent wine.
Hey, Pam.
So so when it comes down to it, look at it. This when he said smoke is bad.
Go the day before.
Go the
Yeah,
day before you get to
you
that
got
part.
that strategic
Juanita,
planning.
Remember, Juanita, tell the ladies the truth. You have actually had one of your political events at Stogie's.
Yes.
You had a good group of men in there. Um, so you have to look at it. Understand that yes, women got to get their hair done, but there's solutions when it comes to that. You have solutions that actually let women tend to their sprays, their different things that can get the smoke out of your hair immediately. I mean, that's the thing about it is there's always solutions, and there are women
Yeah.
that actually came out with a lot of these products that I would love to share at a later time if I'm brought back on the closet. So there's always opportunity for y'all guys to give y'all solutions in so many different ways to actually help y'all guys meet your perfect mate and at the same time enjoy the cigar culture.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get some of that spray myself. Well, I tell you what, I appreciate you coming in to the closet, being in the closet with me, sharing with the queens. It's all about sharing information, branching out, new horizons. You've educated us, you've inspired us, and I'm sure in the coming days, probably starting tomorrow, as we
Well,
share this
look, the
video,
option,
the queen. I guess when you go there, y'all tell them Rich Papillon sent you. Oh,
yes, the options are there,
yes.
and at the same time, like I said, if y'all really want to get a chance, Texas Cigar Week has an event every year, and I have a black affair that's coming up at Fort Gents in December, so that'll give you a good chance to meet a lot of different people that have liquor and wine, and cigars and hookah there in case you do hookah too. So it would be an excellent event, December 10th. Uh, So hope it's the Black Affair. It's going to be our Sticks and Stones Black Affair that we do every year. It is a Sticks and Stones event.
Yes.
So I would like to invite every one of y'all to come down to the event, have a great time, and actually meet and greet with a lot of different people that you probably never met. And you'd be surprised there's some people that you actually never knew smoked cigars that would be in attendance.
Well, they're definitely going to
So
come. We're going to promote it in the closet. Can you tell everyone how they can, one, start signing up for, Juanita said December 10th is on her calendar. I think December 10th is now on everybody's calendar. And as we share this, we have to get there early, y'all, because now everybody's going to want to be there. Can you assure us
so
that the wonderful men you
yes.
speak of are going to be there? They're going to be at this event?
So I will say this. If you want to find out more about the event, you can go to Facebook or Instagram and our Twitter and look up Sticks and Stone, STIXX, A&D Stones, STONEZ. And you can also go on Eventbrite and look up the Black Affair. That is called the Black Affair. You
Okay.
can look that up on Facebook. You can look it up on Facebook as the Black Affair too. It gives you a complete lineup of what's going to happen, and we might have some special guests there. I won't announce who the special guest is going to be, but it's going to be a banging event, and it's actually
Banging
upscale.
event. All
It's an upscale event. So I hope to see y'all ladies there, and I hope to be invited back to the closet. If I can give y'all more internal information about this. And also I have a radio show on 95.3 Jams every Sunday from 10 to 11 that actually talk about a variety of different things in the cigar culture. It's called Sticks and Stones, Cigar Lifestyle Sessions on 95.3 Jams,
Okay.
that we talk about things like this pretty much every Sunday unless I'm out of town. So hope to see everybody there. Jacqueline says she'll be there. Great, awesome. Let everybody else, let your friends know. This is a great opportunity for y'all ladies to meet some great quality guys that y'all can feel comfortable with and actually build a life with.
Now, Rich, you know when they get there, if these men not over there,
The men will be there. Look, trust me. Look, I've been doing this for 12 years.
Okay.
I've been doing this for 12 years, and I promote a variety of different things. But I always like to put people in good situations where they can really enjoy themselves. How you can purchase Sticks and Stones? You can always reach out to me. On our website is www.sticksandstonescigars.com. That's XX at the end of Sticks and EZ at the end of Stone, cigars.com. And send us a note. That's the website, the sticksandstonescigars.com. And you can always reach out to us, and we can provide a way for you to purchase sticks. We actually mail out your sticks to your home, so you don't have to go and meet somebody. Then of course we in a variety of different cigar lounges across the United States, around Houston. So we have about 20 different locations, 25 different locations. Jennifer, drop that link for them.
I will in the comments once we off. I'm gonna make sure that I put your website, your Instagram,
Yes.
everywhere that people can connect with you.
Yeah, well, and they can contact me directly, or they can contact me through the website. Either way is totally fine. So we take every type of form of payment, from credit card to Venmo, to Cash App, cash, everything. So we have no issue in the ways that we take payment, and we normally ship out your cigars the next day.
And also, I want to highlight throughout the year until you get to Texas Cigar Week, I know that you'll be doing promotions and giveaways. So guys, y'all follow Rich.
Yes.
Because there'll be an
Yes.
opportunity to win free admission to some of the events. Tell them about what they can win.
What you can win is that we already given away one VIP ticket to the whole event. We're going to give away 10 throughout the year before the event comes. So be on the lookout. Follow us on Sticks and Stones. Jen, if you can, put the Sticks and Stones Instagram or TikTok on there for Texas Cigar Week, and we'll be letting you, and you'll be able to be informed about the particular promotions that we have going on to provide you with free VIP tickets. A good gift for a man.
Yeah.
Cigars. Get them a cigar. Get them a cigar lighter. Make sure you go to like a Stogie's on Westheimer, Stogie's Houston. Tell them Rich Papillion sent you. I'm a member there, so they have some of the better selection. So yes, the VIP tickets, yes. You can actually go to our go to Texas Cigar Week. The link is at the top of the page on the profile on Instagram or on Facebook. Just look up Texas Cigar Week 2023, and you'll be able to find that information. All the information is there for you to grab it. I would recommend that you grab it at a certain time, because we do cap off once we get to a certain number. So I would recommend if you want to get that for a gift. The first year we did it in Houston, a couple of wives got their husbands' gifts to go to Texas Cigar Week because they like cigars, or they were intrigued by cigars. So yes, there are other different ways to get gifts to different men. or a man that you actually are interested in. So he would certainly appreciate it, especially thinking that a woman actually goes outside of the norm of just sending them to the club and getting them a bottle.
And Rich, before we go, we definitely, I'm going to make sure that everybody has your links and your connects to follow you. But I want to tell them now, Rich is right. They have a lot of quality men in the cigar lounge. And just to give you an example, if they're anything like you, Rich is very humble. But one thing that he's been doing in Houston that he's not going to tell it, but he has launched a cleanup in Fifth Ward. And I just want to personally commend you. That is awesome. It says a lot about your character, your willingness to, he has a group, they cut grass for the elderly, help them do minor repairs. That's awesome. And that's the quality of man, ladies, that you will probably find in the cigar lounge, because like they say, what, birds of a feather flock together, right?
I agree.
I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to be in the closet with us.
No
I
problem.
heard you say you want to come back. Guess what? We will have you back. We'll have you back in the closet.
Excellent, because I want to get a response from some of the young ladies that actually on here that actually went into cigar lounges, what some of the experiences were, what did they feel comfortable, have they saw something that they like, have they
Okay.
been intrigued about the environment. So yes, I would like to have a concluding meeting or concluding session where they actually can give me some
So we're
insight
gonna bring you
of what they
back.
saw so far.
We're gonna bring
Yes,
you.
of
You want
course.
to be in the closet with us, okay? We're gonna let you be in the closet. You have I don't want to say an open invitation, but we're gonna schedule you back. We appreciate you, ladies. I love you.
Excellent.
I love you guys. Remember, share, share, share. Our views have been phenomenal over the past 2 weeks since we've been back on. I apologize for the technical difficulties. Everybody knows I'm not techie. I do not know what the problem was. I had to actually cut off my phone and come back. But you know what? I think it was well worth it. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I will see y'all next week in my closet. In the meantime, go to the cigar lounge so we can get a report. Good night.
Bye, ladies.